I already have to adjust for that, but I got my drink there, my usual, and they screwed up my drink too. It was also watery. It had no flavor. I'm like, how do you like both of you? So, yeah. Yesterday I spent $12 on 2 coffees that I didn't end up drinking. But
I hate that.
You don't like Dutch Bros? I like Dutch Bros. But I think for me, I settle into their menu. I'm not trying to put a Starbucks drink into Dutch Bros. I'm like, what does Dutch Bros have? I'll get their drink. And then I have a Starbucks order.
no, you're there to serve me. Dang it, Dutch Bros. You think your girls in little booty shirts is enough to distract me from my coffee?
Oh, my God.
Yo, and welcome back to another episode of Affable Amigos. It's your boy Joker, and over here we got the absolutely phenomenal Mr. J. Yo, what's up, Jay?
I'm eating an ice cream. It's the first time I've eaten all day. It's kind of delicious. It really kind of slapped.
What time did you wake up?
But, I just rolled out of bed. Wait, no, that's a lie. That's a lie. Okay, so I woke up at 10 o'clock, even though I went to bed at like 6 o'clock in the morning. You know I've been down a Metal Gear Solid rabbit hole. So I downloaded it yesterday.
Yes.
So I was up all night playing Metal Gear Solid. But
okay, that's understandable.
That was after I left my job, where I saw our guest, the lovable, our favorite guest, I would say, is Kirstyn.
What up? What up, you guys?
We should add
our third timer. What's up?
Sound effects.
Yo, third time's the charm.
I do sometimes. I do. You're not watching the videos?
Clearly not.
No, we should do it. I want live applause. Wait.
One day.
That means I need a whole like OBS setting and all that. I'm not there yet.
Can y'all hear that?
No.
Can't hear it? Oh.
Why? What are you clicking?
There we go.
Where's that at? Media?
Yes.
Oh.
What's up, Kirstyn?
Okay.
I hope. Wait! Somebody tell a joke. Somebody tell a joke.
Someone tell a joke. Okay. What? Dang. Okay. Pause. Stop. That's too long. It just kept going. I'm sorry. I got curious and I was clicking buttons.
What's funny is this is actually going to be our season finale, and we're just now playing around with this stuff.
We love it.
Yes.
Well, Mr. J, you said you went to bed at like 6 a.m. because of Metal Gear Solid?
Like because of Metal Gear Solid. But also, me and Kirstyn got out of work at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah. A little bit before. But yeah, 1 o'clock in the morning. Did you get any sleep?
I got some. I mean, I don't know. Like most people know, like I don't really sleep. Like my sleep is so broken up. So like when I got home, I took care of some stuff. Like we had a 12-hour workday yesterday, so like I had to kind of give my dog attention that was home. So I did that. Yeah. I just kind of was chilling a little bit, but then I think I passed out around like 3. And then I woke up around 6:45 because I got a phone call, and then I passed out again.
Who the heck is calling you at 6:45 in the morning?
This person. She's like in my alarm clock sometimes. Yeah, just to check in, and then yeah.
So 6. So before the sunrise conversation. Okay.
Literally,
if
and
someone
she's
called me
like,
at
"Wake up!"
6:45 in the morning. Somebody better be dying.
No, for real. Well, I put my phone on Do Not Disturb because, like, as you know, our work emails, they go bing, 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 bing. Group chat, bing. I'm like, oh my goodness. So Do Not Disturb is always on my phone. So and only like certain calls will come through, just like emergent, like family and like special person kind of thing. But
Yep.
yeah. So it's one of those things. But other than that, I fell back asleep, then woke up at like 10, and I was like, I need to get up because it's my one day off until I think Saturday or Sunday. No, Sunday. So,
Cool.
yeah.
Now, do you guys have specific like favorites on your do not disturb setting so you make sure you always get their notifications?
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, my girlfriend would kill
You
me
gotta
if she
have
wasn't on the
those.
list.
Mr. J, that's it? Just your girlfriend?
And my family, my brothers and my sisters.
Not the person.
I love you, Joker, but I gotta
That's
sleep.
That's it?
I gotta sleep. I gotta sleep.
Just try calling his phone.
Yes, because whenever I send a text, it's like, this person has their phone on do not disturb. I'm like, I don't care. I have something to say.
And you work graveyard, so you probably come up with random thoughts in the middle of the night. But you're leaving that job soon, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So yesterday you were telling me, or we were working out what time we were going to record today. I was like, I'm free from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. I thought we were going to do like multiple episodes back to back. And then you're like, okay, we'll record at 1. I'm like, what? Because you said you're both getting off at 1 a.m. I'm like, oh my God, what a bunch of babies. I get home at 4 a.m. and then I wake up at 7 a.m. for the kids. And then I take a nap. And then, so I was going to be ready at 10 a.m. I was like, we're going to get so much work done. No, that's okay. At least everybody is well rested.
I'm not even that. I was up all night playing Metal Gear Solid. But yeah, but I like I said, this would be the season finale, and even though we are recording it in November, it's almost December, almost Christmas time.
Yeah.
Does anybody have the Christmas tree, the Christmas decorations, and everything up yet? No.
No.
No,
Are you listening
in
to
my
Christmas
family, we
music?
do it. Kind of, maybe. Grandma loves Christmas, but for us, we start putting all the decorations on Thanksgiving Day. So as like we're getting dinner ready, somebody's making dinner, somebody's doing the table, somebody's cleaning up. You know, every now and then we'll like stop and put up decorations, get out the boxes, and then after we have our big dinner, we'll chill out for a little bit, then start putting up decorations.
Nice. But yeah, like I said, this is going to be the season finale. It's going to actually go up a little bit after New Year's. So I kind of wanted to hopefully start a tradition, an annual tradition. One of the first things I wanted to do was make sure we brought back Kirstyn, because you were on our season finale of our season 0, the last podcast. So I wanted to make sure you were here. And then another thing I wanted to do, of course. And then we're recording this before the FMK episode goes up, but I think that's going to be fun. But I wanted to get a little retrospective and give us a chance to reflect and talk to our future selves. So one of the things I saw on YouTube that I really liked was this video that Billie Eilish does with Vanity Fair. She has the same interview every year. And then every year, so they go back.
I'm sorry. I didn't know. That scared. Oh man, that scared me. My bad. I'm gonna stop pressing things. I'm done. Go ahead. Continue, Mr. J. Continue.
But yeah, they shoot the same interview every year, and then they go back and she watches the interview for every year, and it's kind of like talking to her past self. So I thought that'd be fun. So this would be the first year. So it might get a little deep. There's some questions on here
let's do it.
that might hit you in the feels. You guys ready to get hit in the feels?
Always.
Okay. First one's going to be super easy, though. What did you eat today? You guys already know. You guys already know what I ate. This was my first. That's my breakfast.
Oh wait, are we not doing the full like intro? Like, hi, I'm Billie Eilish, and today is whatever.
Oh yeah, we should all do. We should all do
Yeah.
that.
Okay, I'll go first. Hi, I'm Billie Eilish. Today's November 20. No, hey, it's Joker. Today is November 20th, 2024, and today I am 30 years old. Who's that?
Hi, I'm Jordan or Jay, and this is November 20th, 2024, and I am so old, just so horribly old. I'm 34 years old.
Hi, I'm Kirstyn. Today is November 20th, 2024, and I am the new age of 35.
Now, are we gonna do our whole Instagram followers or not? Just no.
Oh yeah, well okay, yeah. You guys actually have Instagrams. It
Yeah, I
Instagram
thought you were gonna
followers.
like go off the full script.
Well, we can't go because the video for one person is like 20 minutes long. So I
Yeah,
wanted to do a shorter version because we tend to get long winded.
Yes, sir.
But
This is a perfect example.
how many Instagram followers do you guys have?
97.
I would have
Kirsten?
to look on mine. Because I'm on my phone recording, I can't really look up my Instagram followers, but
I got
don't
you,
even know.
dog. You're in the triple digits. 749. Woo! Look at that.
Are you serious? You have that many Instagram followers?
Well,
Yeah,
okay, so
dog.
I probably know some of that. Like, I want to say like a majority, but then, you have those random followers that just kind of follow those robots or spam accounts. So I kind of just like go with it. But like when I opened up my page, because before it used to be like a private page, I opened it up to be like a personal, like open public. And just because like I wanted to like reach out to other people about like food, mental health, all that great stuff. So that's why. That's the only reason why I probably have a lot of followers.
Okay, I was thinking it was like thirst traps or something. Just out there flexing the guns,
I mean, that's
showing off the
true, but
6-pack
like,
abs.
the funny thing is like
You
I
gotta
always say,
balance it out.
yeah, like I always say thirst traps and stuff, but I'm like, I guess it's just being the most genuine like person I can be. Like after all that hard work and stuff, I'm like, you know what? I am a catch. I know I'm hot. It's just being like
Where's that
that.
applause
Like
button?
You go.
it's just that confidence, like it took so much time to build. So I think that's why too, it's like kind of putting myself out there. And even if I don't even look that great, like I ain't no supermodel or anything, at least I'm real. Like I'm gonna give you that great personality. I'm gonna give you the best self that I can be. And that's all that matters. So,
I totally think you could do some modeling. I could see that.
I mean, after our photo booth yesterday, I think I'm pretty much into that.
We had a little work event and they had a little selfie station.
Yeah.
And, and apparently
You
you had
guys
some
get
fun.
like the whole red carpet backdrop and everything?
No, it was a
It
storage
was just like,
container.
yeah,
Oh,
but it had little like sparkly, like dangly things. So, I mean, I think that
It didn't look
matters.
cool though. It looked cool.
Yeah.
And they had
confidence. Yeah, that's all you need.
yeah.
No matter where you are, just pose.
I don't have well, I have an Instagram. I don't ever touch it. All it is like a picture of me and my girlfriend, maybe once every 3 months. So I probably have like 6 followers on there. Do you have mine up?
58.
I have 58 followers on my Instagram. Who the heck are you people?
Oh,
I don't know you. Okay. I have 58 followers. And as we're recording this, we have 26 subscribers on the YouTube channel. Yes. So
it's progress.
excited to see where that goes. But yeah. What did y'all eat today?
I had coffee. And actually, no, wait, you
The
know what?
breakfast of
Like, I take that
champions.
back. Yes, coffee. Kirsten always has coffee in her hand. Oh, it's my dog, by the way. This is Indy.
Hi.
But,
Indy.
I went to Smith's and, I was like, I got like this raspberry fritter because I was like, I've always seen apple fritters. I've never seen a raspberry fritter. I had a little piece
Yeah.
of it and I was not happy with it. It doesn't taste like raspberry. It's pecan.
Oh, that's sad.
Boo.
That's sad.
Yeah. So
Raspberry is
that's
usually one of
all.
the best flavors. Huh.
That is
Okay, so a
true.
raspberry fritter and a coffee. I'm upset. Yesterday I went to, and I'm calling you guys out, Dutch Bros. Dutch Bros is trash. Dutch Bros is such trash. Because everyone at work, they
What?
always go to Dutch Bros. So I was expecting, I had high hopes. They didn't have none of the options I wanted. I was like, do you guys have heavy cream? They're like, no. I was like, okay, well,
What?
do you have butter? Because I get butter in my coffee. They're like, no.
Yeah.
Nope.
I'm like, what are your sugar-free flavors? And then they listed some off. I usually like cinnamon. I was like, okay, I'll just take one of those. They screwed my order all the way up. It tasted like water without any flavor. It was just so super thin. So spent $6 there. Ended up throwing it away. So I just
Oh
went across the
no.
street. And then I went across the street to Starbucks, which they discontinued my flavor, which was the sugar-free cinnamon dolce. So I already have to adjust for that. But I got my drink there, my usual, and they screwed up my drink too. It was also watery. It had no flavor. I'm like, how do you
Yeah.
like both of you? So, yeah. Yesterday I spent $12 on two coffees that I didn't end up drinking. But
Oh, I hate that.
You don't like Dutch Bros? I like Dutch Bros. But I think for me, I settle into their menu. I'm not trying to put a Starbucks drink into Dutch Bros. I'm like, what does Dutch Bros have? I'll get their drink. And then I have a Starbucks order.
no, you're there to serve me. Dang it, Dutch Bros. You think your girls in little booty shirts is enough to distract me from my coffee?
Oh my goodness.
Jeez.
Oh man. Well, for me, for breakfast, I had I made banana bread yesterday, chocolate chip banana bread.
Oh.
So I had a slice of
Ooh.
that, and I made some fresh brewed coffee. Love my iced coffee. It's just coffee and heavy cream, simple. And of course, I gotta keep my W on me, so I got my W. But yeah, that's my breakfast today.
Dang. So
Love
none of
it.
us have had a real breakfast yet. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We should have had lunch at this point, and none of us had a real breakfast.
Nope.
I'm good. That's all I need.
Exactly.
Okay. Next question, and it's gonna start to get deep here. Advice that you would give yourself, the advice to yourself from 1 year ago. So if you were speaking to Joker and Kirsten back in November 20th, 2023, what would you tell them?
Just do it, Doc. Start. Get it over with. Break the seal. Take the first step. Just go.
Is that for anything in particular?
Life. Stop putting things on hold until the right moment. Just start it, and everything will just blend together. You'll find your groove. Just start it, and then find your way. Find your way at your pace.
Were you just like super anxious about starting new stuff, or are you? Was it like a fear of failure thing that kind of kept you from kind of making moves?
A little bit of both. Everything, dog. Just fear of failure, fear of just embarrassing myself, not just in front of the camera on the internet, but in front of my family, for my family, and just I mean, I know we've talked about it plenty throughout the show, but yeah, a lot of it is I've just been me holding myself back because I'm scared of what other people are going to think about. But yeah, just realizing that who cares? Who cares what other people think? I should do it because it's fun for me. And then, just because if Trump can be president again, I can do whatever the I want. So,
Anything can happen at this point.
exactly.
How about you, Kirsten?
I mean, if I look back a year ago, I mean, like last year was one of those like crazy years for me, very sad years for me. I guess I could just tell myself this, just keep going. That, you know, where I'm at now, like a year ago, I don't think if I mentally was not there, I don't think I'd be where I'm at right now, taking chances. I broke out of my Starbucks era into a brand new venture. I met a lot more people and like, I don't know, like I was told by someone near and dear, Diane, the other day that like, she's like, I've never seen you so happy, like so like glowing, so confident, and to me that was something that like someone that's known me since 2013, that she's
Mhm.
seen my growth. That growth I think is so beautiful, and so I think I would have told myself, like yeah, like a year ago, like just to keep going, like don't, no matter what happened, whether it comes to like grief, love, all of that stuff, like it's gonna be okay. Like, because I think, last year there's a lot that I like put on myself and had that I never
Mhm.
really talked about. Because I didn't have like you would think that I had someone to talk to, but I didn't. Because that person's like mindset was somewhere else where I needed that. So it's like one of those things where it's like,
Mhm.
to keep going, even if you feel alone, you're not alone. It's just about like
Mhm.
reaching out and asking for help, And I think that's like one of those like big things. So this is my deep segment because it's like, I don't know, I guess I love talking about like all that self growth and like self love kind of thing where it's like, you know, take chances, like don't be scared, like just jump and know that eventually you'll land somewhere.
Nice, nice. And like, what exactly do you credit the growth to? It's just kind of because of the help you've gotten, or just kind of did you just say screw it? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take these chances. I'm gonna do it.
I mean, like honestly, and like I'm gonna put it out there too, like my biggest thing is like when I get like super into my head, like when I get super like depressed, go through like my emotions, like I kind of just want to give up. And I will be like brutally like
Mhm.
honest out there, There's not been a time where I was like thinking about like taking, the cheater's way out is what I call it. But it's one of those things where like no, like I have stuff I need to finish in my life, I have my motto, and like I know a bunch of people's mottos is like I'm not here for a long time, I'm here for a good time kind of thing. And
Mhm.
like you can say that jokingly, but it's just like I want to like keep making as much of an impact as I can to other people to see like if I can go through this and like deal with what I deal with, but I still come out on top. Like you always will see me smiling and not like ever like, upset at the world or whatever. Like that's like something that can change someone's life, like let me change someone's life and I know at least I did something good. So I think my thing
Mhm.
is like I think about just to keep on, keeping on is, I want to make sure my family's good. I want to make sure my friends are good and happy and where they need to be. And, at the end of the day, like to me, that's like the best feeling in the world. So that's what keeps me kind of going and growing.
Yeah, well, that's incredible.
That's
That's a good
deep,
word
huh?
for yeah. We try to keep it light. This is gonna be a deep one though. Um, and then for me, obviously I lost my mom beginning of the year, so I was talking to myself back in November. I would tell her, hug her as much as I can, and just spend every waking second possible by her bedside. Um, and then I think the big thing would be to kind of dig my well before I'm thirsty. So like kind of prepare because after losing my mom, uh, there's been a lot of changes to our family dynamic and everything, and just I um, kind of hold myself to a certain standard because I feel like amongst my siblings, I kind of hold a certain level of respect, and they usually come to me for counsel, and in some ways they look up to me and everything, and I kind of set an example for them. So, and with my mom gone. and some things happened with our father. He's kind of now out of the picture at this point. So I kind of need to be, the family needs some source of stability. And I kind of feel like it falls upon my shoulders. So when I feel like when I'm off my game, I'm screwing over my whole family. So if I could have done it a year ago and got started so I can be in a better place today, I definitely would have done that.
Also, thank you guys, both of you, for sharing. Just because I'm just floating by life, and then I like hearing your guys' stories and perspective. And then also, Kirstyn, that's why I like following your page on Instagram, because of your whole phase into mental health and putting yourself out there. And I also I love all your inspiration quotes because they help out a lot.
I try.
So don't stop.
No, I won't. I think that's the one thing is that's why I think I put my page so public was if you just happen to jump on there, and it's you always see those right quotes at the right time, the time that you need it. You don't think you do, but you do. And I like reading quotes that make you think. And that's why sometimes when I do my posts, sometimes it's too brutally honest, with how I say, I do this alone kind of thing, even though there's people around me. And it's not to be yeah, I got this on myself, but it's just to be honest. There's a lot of people that think that they're not allowed to be very outspoken. And one of the things I've always been, which is so funny because Jordan will know at work is we talk about this is part of a talk straight thing is we're very big on that. And it's just just being straightforward. What do I have to lose? I always tell people I can't lie. I don't ever want to lie to someone. Cause in the beginning it's oh, white lies, or you can just lie and not think it's gonna catch up to you. But it is, so that's why it's I'm very straightforward, very honest. And I always tell people that I'm very 100% honest. I can't lie. I don't have a great poker face. It's I'm the person that will spoil your surprise before you even get it, just because I'm so excited, or I just can't hide it, kind of thing. And it's one of those things where it's I want to be as straightforward and personal as I can, because you have these people out here celebrities, social media icons, influencers that make their life look so great, but they don't talk about their mental health. And even if they do, sometimes it's I'm being sponsored to talk about it kind of thing. But it's okay, cool. Yeah, it's nice that someone pays you to be honest, but it's take it from someone that is no one's famous, no one's special, nothing, someone that puts themselves out there. But not I want the publicity. It's just that I want the right people to find what they need to find at the right time. Know that I'm not perfect. I might seem I got everything in the world going for me, but I don't, I went through some bad breakups. I went through some family tragedies and stuff. And like Jordan said, a lot of it is when you lose people in your family that's so close that they kind of held everything together. And then when that person is gone, you see people's true colors. You see their true values. You see that certain things get in the way, money, all this stuff. And it's really? Is that what everything is based off of? So it's you see certain things, so then you're going through it and you're just I don't know, if I'm feeling the way I should feel. You don't know if it's valid kind of thing. So it's you have to then you kind of put it on yourself and be dang, maybe I'm selfish, maybe this and that kind of thing. And it's that's why I want to be very outspoken, is I want people to know that the things that happen in life is actually a real thing. And it's not I'm saying, oh, look at this, this is, I'm going through this, but I'm not going through it, So it's I want to be as relatable as I can to people, because it's no one's life is 100% perfect. And that's why, as much as I can, is I want to be honest with my life, and I want to be outspoken, and I want to help people. So it's one of those things where it makes me feel better at the end of the day. I might not have everything in the world, but at least I know that I'm able to help other people.
Yeah. And I do think that genuineness is one of the quality about you that is the most attractive, and that is kind of what makes you so magnetic, is because kind of right from the jump when people meet you, we know, like, okay, we're getting the genuine article right here. She is who she is. I'm not worried about her talking behind my back or any of that. Like, you give it to us straight, and then, but you're also super sweet about it. Like, you're not out here being a Karen. Like, you're somehow you're very good at talking straight, but at the same time, it's you're not what's the word? Blunt. Yeah, you're not like it's not aggressive. Rash.
Yeah. Like, I
Somewhat.
mean, I could be, like, honestly, like, 100% me. Like, I'm, like, who I am. Like, my personality is, like, who I've always been, you know? And, like, of course, when I talk to someone, I'm not gonna, like, talk to you like I'm talking down to you, because I'm not. Like, we're gonna talk on a relatable level, because I was there at one point, you know? Like, we talk about, like, at one point, especially with when it comes to being a manager, it's just a title. It doesn't mean nothing. It's just a title. I get paid this amount. But I still do the work, you know, and I still remember where I started from, you know, building my way up. And that's why, like, when I talk to people, I try to be very, like, straightforward, not mean. And that's why I always try to clarify too, because sometimes I'm very sarcastic too. Like, once you get to know me, I can be a sarcastic, you know, but in a good way. Because I like to have fun. I like to joke, you know, I like to, like, try to come back or whatever. And of course, like, if you get to know me too, like, I will have some of the best jokes, and I'm not even a comedian, but I will, like, once I open up, 'cause I'm very private to a certain point, and I only will, like, really talk to you if I know you, but it's like that trust that has to build. But when it comes to, like, other people, like, I'm gonna be genuine and be like, look, like, hey, so you know, when it comes to, like, say work, I'm like, oh, so, you know, I noticed that you're doing this wrong. Let me show you, kind of thing, you know? I'm not going to be like, damn, you suck. Like, one of those things. So,
why are you even here?
or
Why you
like,
just
yeah,
get out? Just go
stuff
away.
like that.
Why?
But, like, yeah. But it's just like, you know, I wanted, like, talk to people the way that I would probably want to be talked. Like, don't baby me. Yeah, please don't baby me. But, like, please, like, talk to me like I'm an actual human, and not like someone underneath of you or someone that you just hate, you know? Because sometimes people take things out on people. So, you know.
Yep. What would you guys say is most important to you right now? At this point in your lives.
Always.
Yeah. Wolf and bear.
Wolf and bear, yeah. Just, I've said it before, as much as I'm having fun doing this and, like, it's self-fulfilling for me, but just as long as I'm taking care of them, they're taking care of their school, their health, whatever, then I can have my fun.
Do you think one day Wolf and Bear are going to grow up and they're going to be able to look at these and kind of say, ooh, that's my daddy? Like, do you ever think about that kind of thing?
Yeah, kind of, because they do sometimes pop up the videos, because, you know, on my personal account, it'll show up that I'm subscribed. So whenever we post something on the actual show, it pops up. Sometimes the kiddos will click on it, like, oh, Daddy and Uncle Jordan. So it's nice, but they don't sit there and watch it, but it's there for if they eventually get down to it. And then, I mean, the grandma always says that Wolf could start streaming or do a show or something, which I think that would be fun. But, you know, when he's of age, that'll take some time.
Ideally.
Yeah.
How about you, Kirsten? What's most important to you right now?
I guess just, you know, like, just working on myself, getting back to, you know, myself. Cause I mean, honestly, you know, like, this year has been kind of like a roller coaster. So it's one of those things where it's like not giving up, you know, getting back into, like, my running again. And just kind of, like, I don't know, just being financially stable, you know, getting my finances right. Not saying, like, I'm doing bad, but it's just like, you know, I got goals I want to do. So I think it's, like, kind of focus, like, putting me first for once, I guess.
Well, I am doing bad financially.
Well, what's most important to you right now?
Yeah.
It was a long hiccup. I think I was suffocating for a little bit there. But yeah, most important to me, obviously it's family, but obviously with them in mind, it's the philosophy of you got to put on your mask first, so before you help someone else put on their mask. So it's like, what do I need to do to make sure my mask is on tight? And so physical health, it's a big one for me. I'm getting older, and my body likes to remind me of that frequently. Even at work, like my feet start hurting, I get aches in places that I didn't before. It's like, oh man, I'm getting there. So kind of getting healthier, making sure I can live a long life and live it to my fullest. That's extremely important to me. And then, financially, I also have some goals. When I was younger, uh, I was very ambitious. I had all these things I wanted to do and everything. And then I think eventually I just kind of burned myself out. And then I kind of relaxed and I stayed comfortable for a long while. But now I'm entering a new phase in my life, without my parents. And now obviously I have my girlfriend who, I'm hoping to make her more than a girlfriend here soon. So I'm looking at a lot of things down the line where I'm saying I need to get myself prepared to make sure that when that time comes, I'm solid. And the people who look to me can actually lean on me for support.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Do you feel pressure?
How about you go first this time, Jay?
Do I feel pressure? Yes and no. Despite everything that, because my pressure is always self-inflicted. There's nobody, gun to my head, like, you got to do this and this and this. And even my girlfriend, she loves me for who I am. And she's perfectly happy with kind of where I'm at in my life. But yeah, for myself, I see this version of myself that I know I can achieve. And so I have to put the pressure on myself and say, I can't stop. I need to keep pushing because I know I can be this person. So there is that pressure in a sense, but I'm rarely ever stressed about it, which has its pros and its cons. Like, pretty stress free, but it can very easily just kind of become comfort again. But yeah, it's not a stressful kind of pressure. Like, I'm very happy with kind of who I've become and where I am in my life. How about you, Kirsten?
I mean, I feel like I'm my own biggest critic. So I put a lot on myself, like a lot of like, why are you not here? Why are you not where you're supposed to be? Why did this happen? Why did it? Like, I always ask myself the why. So I've always put all that pressure on myself, but also too, like, growing up, like, I felt like I always had so much pressure put on me from my family. And I'm not talking bad about family. Family is one of those things where, like, they're there to push you to be where you should be or push you to, like, achieve greater things. Cause, back in their day, this is how they were supposed to, like, be, or this is what was supposed to happen kind of thing. And, like, growing up, like, the expectations were always like, being in an Asian household was like, being a doctor, being somewhere in the medical field, being somewhere greater than where, like, you think you're at right now. And, like, for a minute too, I was like, dang, am I gonna see myself in Starbucks forever? Am I gonna grow from this? Why didn't I finish school, like college? Or like certain things like that. Like, I put so much pressure because my family was like, are you sure this is where you're going to do? Like, you can probably do better, or you need to be somewhere that's stable, because, like, yeah, of course, when it comes to, like, certain jobs and stuff, like, I either was there for a little bit or something happened. But it's only because, like, where my mindset is and my growth was like, I am not going to accept how, things are. Of course, like, that's when I started, like, building that confidence to be outspoken, to, like, talk up. And it's like, you put that much pressure on yourself because they're like, I can do better. And it's like, I
Mm.
can do this, I can do that. But then you're like, but wait, like, am I doing what I need to do? Am I being like foolish? Am I being stupid? Like then you start like, it's like a back and forth fight with yourself. And that's where I feel like the most pressure comes from is from me, am I doing this at work good? Am I, being where I need to be? Am I being the best like girlfriend to whoever I need to be? And it's like all my failures too. Like it's like one of those things where like people like your family looks down, they're like, well, that didn't work. So, and you're just like down, and you put a lot on yourself, and it's like, like Jordan said, it's like we're not stressing ourselves out. And I think at one point, like I did stress myself out for a while. And then now finally, like I'm learning how to manage that, like no one will ever see me when I'm struggling or when I'm fighting battles inside my head. Like you'll see me, but you won't see me that I'm like dealing with it in my head. Like trust me, like every day, like I like fight myself with something, but it's just like, that's just me. Cause it's like I'm also too kind of a perfectionist. So it's like one of those things too. Like having that pressure does not help when you're like, this has to be like this. I need, like, I have this like vision in my head. And if I can complete it, perfect. If I can't, then I'm like, why? Da, 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 da. So I think that's where like I put the most pressure on myself to like be better, do better. But at the end, I know that I am doing good.
Joker, I feel like yours is going to be a similar answer.
Yeah, I'm pretty much like right there with both of y'all. I think that's like the like really, really cool thing about the three of us, and hopefully even more than just the three of us, like that the audience can see is that, we all have all this pressure on ourselves, but we, you got to realize most of it is just us putting it on ourselves. So like my biggest pressure, I guess, is just, again, it goes back to the kids, and then obviously I want to be a good husband, but like that's part of this whole self-introspective, self-awareness thing I've had this past year. It's like, even though, yes, I'm a husband, I'm a father, I'm a brother, like they're not pressuring me to do anything. They don't need anything from me besides just be there and like spend time with them. But I have, again, yeah, like you guys, these goals and thoughts in my mind. I'm like, am I, are the kids going to love me? Are they going to do this? Are they happy? And such and such. And I don't have to prompt them or nothing. They'll just come up to me on their own and, hey, daddy, I love you. And that just feels so freaking good. And then too, the wifey, like, she can tell you that I am a very like just self in my own head type of person, constantly masking. She says sometimes she doesn't know what I'm thinking or doing because I'm always just in my own space. But like then when I do open up, she's like, she doesn't like get mad, but she's like, why don't you tell me about this? You need to talk to me about this. And just recently about work, she didn't know how like desperate I was to get out of work. So like I feel such relief just to be out of that job. And she was talking to me about other options, and I was like, no, I just want to get out of this. I don't care what's next. I want out of this thing. And then yeah, she's like, like I said, talk, communicate, and she'll just like, she's accepting of me not wanting to do something or do something else. And so like we'll communicate about our relationship openly. That's like one thing that I have like no qualms about, and like no question. If we do or don't like something with each other, then we'll just talk about it. So that's like the easiest thing. But there's other things that I just put pressure on myself about. Again, it just the kids, my career, and then here on the show too, I put pressure about like the quality of the stuff that we're doing. And then like how much I'm doing or what I haven't been doing. And then I'm, what's Jay going to think of me? And da, 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 da. Or like audience, I don't want to let the audience down. And like, yes, they're important, but like right now, there's nobody like hanging over my head, watching me over my shoulder, telling me I need to do stuff. I gotta enjoy the ride, try to make it at quality or like something that makes me happy or us happy as a brand, so to speak. As a duo. But yeah, a lot of it is just all this pressure on myself that, once I step back and think about it, really, nobody else has any expectations of me. So that's something that I've been like needing to work on.
I think that speaks to the universal quality of kind of putting pressure on yourself. I mean, all three of us had the same answer. It's like, I'm sure there's so many people out there that are just kind of putting so much pressure on themselves, and it's not even as dire as they think it is. Life is all about dichotomies and balances. And I think one of the biggest ones is, you know, balancing out that ambition and that desire to push yourself to be better, but then also not pushing yourself to the point where you're running yourself ragged and you're miserable. So you need to find that happy balance where it's like you're always happy, but never satisfied. So, you know, enjoy where you are, enjoy the moment, love the people that are around you because you don't know if you'll have it tomorrow. But at the same time, you know, keep aiming high because if you don't aim high, you know, you'll never hit it. I think that's interesting that all three of us had the same answer on that one. Joker, what would you say is the biggest thing that you're struggling with right now?
I guess, like I said a minute ago, just communicating, transparency. I guess, yeah, that's my thing because I'm always just in my own world and got all these things in my head, whether it's positive, negative, funny, sad, smart, whatever. Like I'm just like always just in my own head, and then again just worrying about what other people are gonna think, even though really realistically nobody cares. It doesn't matter what other people think. But yeah, I just need to work on my transparency and communicating with others. Like I said, me and the wifey, we communicate pretty well, but she still has those times where she says she doesn't know what I'm thinking about, and then I could open up more. So that's something I'll keep in mind.
For me, I'd say the biggest thing I'm struggling with is just kind of making room to let other people in my life. I am very introverted and I have been very lone wolf, for a long time. But now this phase that I'm in, you know, me and Joker, we got this show now. So me and you are talking a lot more. Kirstyn, obviously I see you every day at work, and now, you know, with the podcast, you and I get to reconnect pretty often. And then, now I have my girlfriend in my life, and, obviously I have to make time for her, make sure she feels loved and appreciated. And then without my parents here, now I've got my brothers and sisters to think about. Like, hey, I need to make sure, and my nieces, and I need to make sure I'm here for them when they need that fire extinguisher. So, you know, I'm happy that I did take all of those years just kind of cocooning myself, because I was able to develop kind of a personality and a mindset that I think prepared me for this phase in my life, in which, you know, I've been kind of pouring into myself for so long. Now I have people around me that need me to pour into them and kind of build them up. So, how about you, Chris?
I probably want to say I guess it's making time. I feel like time is always a big thing, and like I think that's why like when I sleep in or anything, I feel like I waste my time because I could be doing something, you know. And like with this job, like with the hours that I work, or you know, we work, it's just that sometimes like, you know, when you get off at 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. or 4 a.m., whatever, like your sleep is kind of messed up, and like when the sun is up, my body's like, oh, time to get up, you know. And I can run off of sleep, but it's just one of those things where like I also have to listen to my body as well. Like if my body's tired, I'm tired, you know? And I guess it's just like making time. So before it was like I always gave my time for everyone else. I never made time for myself. I never made time to be like, you need to rest. You need to do this. You need to do that. Go enjoy yourself. Go do what you love running, you know, go I get to do like, and like, I'm not saying this for like anything. Like, I don't ever take any like relationship I was in for granted. You know, I took something out of it, even though like they were all, but it was just one of those things where I always took something out of it. You know, there was always different ones. And I feel like for the first time being single, and yes, like talking to someone, but still being, you know, like I am making more time for myself, knowing what I need to do. Like, I want to be the best version of myself. So working out, running, like putting those focuses first. Of course, work, you know, learning to have actual work-life balance, which is before it was my hardest struggle. I never had that work-life balance. It was work, maybe some time for life, you know? And now it's like, yes, like I can put myself into work. I don't mind working. Um, but it's also like enjoying time off, like time for myself. And it's like, I honestly will say, like, I've been having opportunities to go out and hang out with some great people I've met. And it's nice. It's different. I'm not used to it. I'm not used to going out because, like Jordan said, like, I'm introverted too. Like, everyone assumes, like, I'm gonna put this out here because the way I look, my personality, that I go out every night, I pull up a bunch of people. Yeah, no. I am very, very shy. I am very like, I'm the type of person where like, I love my alone time. I like being at home. I like watching movies. I like hanging out with my dogs, and it's one of those things where like, I love how people assume that like, I'm one of those partiers and don't get me wrong. Like back in, my 20s, like, definitely. But now it's just like, I don't know, like things changed. And it's like now I want to focus like more on like myself and like making myself a better person. But it's just like, it's just that time, one of those things. And then it's like you have only so much time with family too. Like my parents are getting older and like, my dad has some like medical stuff going on. And it's one of those things where like sometimes I don't have enough time for them and it sucks. But like I try. But then also too, I get anxiety, and I think it's only because after I lost my grandma and my aunt, I don't know. I guess it's just the fact of losing. You lose people, and it's like one of those things like you're scared about. And like, of course, like yeah, I'm gonna say it 100%. Like I'm scared, but because like I don't know how it feels, and like being adopted and stuff too. It's like I guess It's one of those things like where it's like my mentality is like when I was adopted, there was a reason for it, yes, but it was like a childhood trauma thing, and like my family here, like they're my like immediate go-tos, I grew up with them. And if any of my family is watching, like don't take this the wrong way. I'm just gonna put it out there, disclaimer. But it's just the fact is, it's like being with the people that you grew up with, like every single day, taking care of you, loving you and stuff. And it's just, you're scared. It's like time is like everything. So that's why like now it's like work-life balance is important because it's like you never know. And I guess like after losing my grandma, who was my best friend, it's like reality like kicked in. And it's like, dang, you need to stop living in your little fairy tale like wonderland and realize like this is reality. So it's one of those things where like now it's like time. I'm trying to like balance it, and learn from it.
I think the problem, everyone thinks you're a partier because you look like you're still in your 20s. So
I mean, that is true. I still get that. You're 25. I'm like, yes, like, thank you.
That's what you get for
Self-love.
being so healthy.
How to turn that life around, and I'm like, I can't. I mean, and it's like, okay, like I do like certain junk foods. Like that's the thing. It's like when I like at work, like I crave like healthy food because like I love like what we eat at work and stuff, and it's kind of like stuff that grew up with like the Hawaiian food and all that. But like afterwards, I can't eat that much rice. Like, there's only so much rice you can eat.
We give people so much rice.
Yeah. So that's one of those things which, like I'm excited that we're coming out with salads, in a few weeks. But, it's one of those things where like, I like to take care of myself on the outside of work, but that's why I'm like, gotta show people like, yeah, I might be 35, but I'm really,
I'm the opposite. I work at a bakery and I can't help myself. Sometimes I'll eat something every night I'm there. I'm like, I have to stop, or I'll come home with cookies and bread. I'm like, damn it. I told myself, no, not this week.
Joker, you told us what your biggest struggle was already, right? Yeah.
Yeah. My inner struggles and transparency. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I didn't skip you. So we are coming up on our last time. So to close out, I want to know, what advice do you want to give to 2025 Joker Kirstyn? A Joker and a Kirstyn that are about to head off into 2026. 1 year older and hopefully wiser.
Are we skinny yet? No.
Are we? Yeah, it's yeah. Go for a run, you fatty.
Do we have an actual sponsor
save some
yet?
money?
No. Yeah, save some money.
Just save some dang money, you fat bald.
Okay, so hold on. Wait, can you repeat the question? So, we're giving ourselves future advice, or
So, how about this? Let's all take turns. Let's look into the camera and take a moment to talk to Joker of November 20th, 2025, and Kirstyn from November 20th, 2025, and see what you want to say to them. Who wants to start off? Okay.
Mine's easy. I just want to tell Joker, don't stop. Again, repeating myself, keep going and do what makes you happy. So you can be happy to help and support the ones around you that you love.
Kirstyn.
2025 Kirstyn. Just keep going. You know, keep doing what you've been doing what you love. You know, keep running, you know, like Forrest Gump. Just kidding, keep it better. But, you know, just keep being you. Don't ever change. Don't ever give up. And just know that, like, it's okay to, like lean on people. And it's okay to, like, just kind of put yourself out there. No regrets, you know? Whether it be love or, like, friendships or whatever. Just don't give up.
And for 2025's Jordan, Jay, Mother Ducky, if you have a six-pack by now, I will invent time travel and I will kick your butt. Save some dang money. I'm broke
We'll
over
document it
here.
and put it on YouTube. Yes.
And hopefully we have about 1,000 subscribers. I'm hoping for 1,000 subscribers next year. But with that, I thought this was fun. I thought it was interesting. Then Joker, this is going to be the last episode for season 1. We finished an entire season of the show.
Amen, brother. We did it. We did it, homie.
We couldn't have done it without you, Kirstyn.
Exactly.
Our first guest and one of our closest friends. I'm so glad you and I reconnected. Like, this show gave us a chance to reconnect.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad we did.
Exactly.
So, yeah, it's so nice having you back in my life.
I appreciate it. Me
too.
I know. It's so good to see you.
It's
just crazy though, because like how.
No, go ahead.
I'd say it's so crazy because like, you know how like I guess I get remembered like with Jordan whenever time like, you know, he was gonna go hang out with your sister or whatever, he would invite me or mention her and he's like, oh, that's Joker's sister, and I was like, no way. And then just having like, you know, just someone that worked with your sister and stuff. Well, it still does work with your sister, but it's one of those things where it's like, that's so crazy. Like, the world is so small. So that's why I'm like, wow. It was like a reconnect, like in a weird, like triangle circle thing.
Yeah, it's like
I get it. Yeah, all these threads always like around everybody, you know.
Yeah.
Something that connects us all. It's fun. It's always a nice like thing to think about. How life is crazy that way.
Exactly.
And then you name dropped Diane earlier. She's another big one. She seems like she's a constant thread. Like Joker knows Diane, obviously.
Diane's
she's one of those genuine
like,
people.
Staples. Yeah, like you can't like I always say, like, whenever I tell people about like mine and Diane's journey, it's like, you know, I met her at the airport. I trained her. I left, then went to the Golden Nugget, brought her, and then she went to Caesars, and then she brought me, and then when I was at Resorts World, I brought her, and then it's like one of those things, and it's like, I don't know, it's like we've always kept our friendship going, like, you know, and if we don't talk for a few months, she would like catch up, like, you know, we would reconnect, and like I know her, and you guys know Ebony too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, like I know Diane, Ebony, and we have like photos from I think almost every time we hang out. So you always see like the different, like how we look, our growth and things. And it's like one of those beautiful things. And that's why like too, like with Jordan, it's like even if we went like certain amount of time not talking, we would always reconnect somehow. You know, like we would try to catch up with like our random lunch dates that we used to have to just randomly catch up. Or like I think the one time that we went to the mall to teach like 2 guys how to talk to women.
That's a story for another day.
Them. Yes. Because,
my God, please.
Yes, I don't talk to one of them. Yeah, I don't talk to one of them because he got really weird. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, other than that, yeah, it's just like one of those things where like it was always a reconnect with someone, you know, and like that's why like, you know, I don't have a ton of people like in my life like I can actually like trust and call like my friend. Like, yeah, you can be my friend, but to be like considered like a best friend, a close friend, like that's rare. So that's why it's
Yeah.
like, reconnecting with Jordan and stuff and Diane, like all these like certain people, like that's like something that like I hold near and dear.
Well, I'm glad we're on that list. But time to close out the
Yes.
show for season 1. Joker, do you have any last words for our
Ooh.
audience?
Oh man, I mean, as much as we like having fun around here, it's always good to have those introspective moments, and let's be real sometimes. That's always healthy too. But I don't know. Just thanks for joining us. Thanks for bearing with us, and then hopefully we all just go up from here. And yeah, thanks Kirstyn for sticking around with us so many times. Shoot, last words. I don't know. What should we put in the comments? Give us something to put in the comments.
Oh yeah.
Why don't you tell us? Why don't you tell us your favorite thing that happened to you in 2024?
That's a good one. I would like to say to all of our listeners, all of our subscribers, thank you so much for taking the time to check us out and join us on this ride. I think when me and Joker first started the show, it was largely experimental. We didn't have a good name. We didn't have a clear idea of what the heck the show was going to be, and we just kind of stumbled along for a good portion of it. So thank you, and tell your friends, and hope we plan on coming back for season 2, bigger and better. We will be taking the next 4 weeks off, so a little break so that we can spend some time with our families during the holidays. But thank you, everybody, and since this is coming out a few days after New Year, happy belated New Year's. But until then, adios, amigos.
Hasta luego.
Bye.